channeling forth or rising, UCCHARA being the practice, we are chanting the sound of unity, the sound of oneness, the sound that represents the culmination of the many into the one. And it was the core of all medieval yoga, of Tantric yoga. Later became known as Kriya Yoga, this being a recap. Later became known as Kriya Yoga in such traditions as that of Paramahamsa Yogananda. But the particulars of this practice were lost to us over time, and what we're discovering in the source tantric text now is that the vinyasa, or the sequence of tones enunciated, began in this upward direction from the heart, moved in this upward direction from the heart, the sound ah, to the throat, the sound e, to the area of the mouth, the back of the upper throat, or let's say where the tonsils are, or were, the sound u, and then the sounds I and o. Now these are tighter in the palate, so if you pronounce these and keep your focus on where they resonate, you will feel that this range of sounds really extends from the heart to the third eye area. And all of them end with the sound of the seed point, which is the resonance here, written as the letter M with a dot, but it's hum. And this is the seed sprout out of which the sounds flow, and out of which, or back to which, they dissolve again. And when combined, Am, Yim, Om, Aim, Om, all of them come back or can be placed within inside the major or maha syllable, Om. So these are all inflections of Om. These are the long vowels of the alphabet, A, I, U, I, O, and all of them, as if in an accordion, this instrument, they're all part of Om. And Om, especially when we imagine it and visualize it in the body with the letter H, taking a full breath in, when we pause and hold here, a little bit of that air from the navel begins to sprout and draws upward as we exhale. When it hits the heart, it picks up the letter Ah. Ah, and the other letters. And so forth. So, this is UCCHARA, also known as Kriya Yoga. UCCHARA is the ascent of the Hamsa, the swan, the firebird of purification, which dissolves all the blocks in the central channel, which dissolves all of the past karmas that lead us into contracted awareness that impede our spiritual growth. And so just as when we're in postural yoga flow, we feel the release of stuck energy, so it is on the subtle body level, we feel the release, or literally the sound resonance vibrates through and breaks up these granthis, or knots in the central channel. This is the recap, right? So some of you are like, yes, let's get on with the practice. The first pose to perform is always the Divya Karana, called the divine pose. So taking a comfortable seated posture, we take comfort or ease in our pose, in our seated posture, not just in terms of supporting the sitting bones, but taking an inward comfortable posture, that this is my time for practice. And I let go of all that doesn't serve me. I let go of my life situations. I let go of the duties and tasks I have to perform. These serve me in a bigger sense, but not during my practice. If my mind is preoccupied with the world of obligation, the world of stuff, then my focus is less. So we begin by a gentle pranayama, which will take us into this divine pose. Again, this is defined as the release of the jaw where the lips and teeth are parted, the eyes become soft, and it is achieved with gentle sighs. Nishwasa in Sanskrit, the release of time itself. And so the pranayama that we've been practicing all week here in Denmark together is that of three-part breathing. And each exhale in this three parts is focused on release, not just of carbon dioxide. We sigh and release the past. We release toxins from the body, but also the release of the jaw. And with that, we find the release of the grip of the mind. So the three parts for beginners, and you can add a little bit of time each week that I recommend is visualizing the cool moon inside the nostrils as we take in an in-breath for about 5 seconds, 5 long counts. Inhaling slowly as a visualized lotus or flower of your choice opens around the heart. And therein we chant the syllable Om 5 times in breath pause. And then slowly releasing for a count of 5. The warm solar wind of the day, the sigh which opens the jaw. And the shoulders, please continue now. We'll begin a few minutes of this three-part breathing as we've been doing. As we inhale and draw in and down into the opening heart lotus for the 5 counts of internal chanting of Om, we can visualize a flame in breath pause that coils as each Om is internally chanted in the heart, not audibly yet. And then we release and relax the jaw, the shoulders, the eyes. Feeling our hands now drawing into the mudra, or pose of consciousness. First finger and thumb coming together in a circle. And these can be placed on the knees or drawn together, one on top of the other. The base of the navel just above the genital region. Arms softly, gently resting on the inner thighs. We recommend 5 minutes at least of this three-part pranayama.